President Bola Tinubu receives Sultan of Sokoto, Alhaji Saad Abubakar. Federal High Court fixes 28th November 2025 to deliver verdict in terrorism case against IPOB leader Nnamdi Kanu. Inspector General of Police assures Nigerians that a strategic plan is in place for hitch-free Anambra governorship election. Hello, is the news at 11 on NTA News24. We are transmitting live from Abuja. I'm Ogochkuka Ona. President Bola Tinubu has, in the last few hours, received in audience his counterpart from Sierra Leone, Julius Maada Bio. President Maada Bio arrived at the State House for the private visit. The visitor succeeded President Tinubu as the chairman of the ECOWAS Authority of Heads of State and Government. We'll bring you more details subsequently. And also, President Bola Tinubu this Friday received the Sultan of Sokoto, Alhaji Saad Abubakar III. The Sultan, who is also the President General of the Nigerian Supreme Council for Islamic Affairs, met with the President at the State House. The meeting was private between the President and the religious leader, as the details were not made public. The consultation came a few days after President Tinubu met with the Archbishop of Abuja Catholic Diocese, Most Reverend Ignatius Keigama, on a similar meeting. The purported religious persecution in the country. The Sultan earlier joined the Jumat prayer in the State House, where the Imam Alhaji Abdul Wahid Suleiman Abubakar admonished the faithful to continue to support government's efforts aimed at ensuring peace and security in the country. He described peace as part of the prerequisites for individual and general development of the society. The Federal High Court's Abuja Division has fixed 28th November 2025 to deliver its verdict in the case of terrorism act preferred against the leader of the proscribed indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu. Judiciary correspondent Austin Anyebe reports.
Going by the order of the court on Wednesday, the defendant Nnamdi Kanu was to enter his defense this Friday. However, instead of the defendant to enter his defense, he chose to file a motion which he attached the records of the court to. Moving the motion, Kanu claimed he cannot be tried under the Terrorism Prevention and Prohibition Act, which was repealed, as the Supreme Court has directed the prosecution to amend the charge which it failed to comply with. He therefore prayed the court to dismiss the entire charge, alleging there is no existing law upon which he is being tried. The prosecution counsel Adegboyega Awomolu, senior advocate of Nigeria, in his reply said he cannot file any counter affidavit, saying he relied on the records of the court and urged the court to adopt the motion moved by the defendant as his final written address in the matter. Justice James Omotosho, having heard from both parties, chronicled the entire processes where he enumerated the numbers of adjournments at the instance of the defendant when the prosecution was presenting its evidence, the ruling of the court on no case submission, the panel's report on his health, and the window granted the defendant to enter his defense. The court, he said, in the interest of justice, granted him 6 days to enter his defense, but the defendant still maintained that there is no case against him. He then ruled that the motions filed on the 30th of October and 7th of November 2025 by the defendant shall be considered in his final judgment, but the defendant has waived his right to defend himself and consequently adjourned the case to the 20th of November 2025 for judgment. From the Federal High Court, Abuja, Austin Anyebe, NTA News.
Restoration of normalcy to troubled affected communities, as well as resisting all forms of threats from both internal and external forces, is non-negotiable towards protecting Nigeria's sovereignty. Nigeria's Chief of Defense of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Waidi Shuaibu, reaffirmed this commitment when he paid an operational visit to the joint Task Force Northeast Operation heading Kai. Abubakar Musa reports.
This is the maiden official engagement of Lieutenant General Waidi Shaibu within the Joint Task Force Northeast Operation Hadinkai since he assumed office as Nigeria's 25th Chief of Army Staff. The visit, according to the Chief of Army Staff, is not only connected with the conventional operational engagement being carried out over the years, but a development designed to redefine the security architecture, especially in the area of according priority to welfare of personnel for best results. After a brief exchange of pleasantries with troops on the front line, Lieutenant General Waidi Shaibu had a closed-door interaction with the Theatre Commander, Joint Task Force Northeast Operation Hadinkai, and other high-ranking military officials for hours. Speaking to journalists shortly after the session, the Chief of Army Staff reiterated that Nigerians should expect a whole new ballgame in tackling security challenges going forward.
We appoint the right type of commanders and staff officers to various appointments that will ensure that they do what is best for the soldiers, knowing fully well that the moral concept of fighting power is key to achieving our desired end state.
He called for total support and synergy, stressing that the complexities surrounding the security sector in Nigeria requires robust collective approach. The Chief of Army Staff later performed the foundation laying ceremony for proposed 30 family corporal below quarters, as well as inauguration of Theatre Command Joint Task Force Northeast Operation Hadinkai Heroes Transit Accommodation. In Maiduguri, Abubakar Musa, NTA News.
The House of Representatives has commenced scrutiny of all expenditure, special allocations, and procurement processes in the security sector from 2020 to date. Chairman of the House Ad Hoc Committee, saddled with the task, Zachariah Nyampa, says the probe is necessitated by a perceived gap between huge allocations to the security sector and challenges of insecurity in some parts of the country. National Assembly correspondent Mitaire Ikbe reports.
Another investigation is being launched by the House of Representatives. This time around, the searchlight is on the security sector as lawmakers raise fundamental questions about the impact of budgetary allocations aimed at addressing Nigeria's complex security challenges over the years, from insurgency to banditry, kidnapping, and even separatist threats. It is a renewed effort by Parliament to ensure that monies for national security achieve the purpose, and the lawmakers say they are willing to call out culprits for any identified misappropriation.
Ensure that every intervention fund is tracked, justified, and reported.
We will check procurement process, we will check record of financial transactions, we will check the efficiency of the funds, the utilization, and give accounts. This will give Nigerians believe that actually the government from previous regime to date, that adequate funding or inadequate funding were released.
Thank you.
Meanwhile, Deputy Speaker Benjamin Kalu played host to graduates of the Bridge Leadership Foundation, urging the youth to lend their voices in the ongoing constitution review process.
If there are gaps to be filled in our country, we cannot fill those gaps staying so far from the problem, because he that wears the shoe knows where it pinches. We decided to come back to wear the shoes that you are wearing so that we can feel the pain that you are feeling, to provide a solution.
We need leaders who are groomed. We need leaders who understand what it means to be a leader.
The foundation engages youth from across the states in a 6-month training program to prepare them for leadership responsibilities. From the National Assembly, Mitaire Ikben, NTA News.
The Nigeria Police Force says a strategic plan has been put in place to ensure a hitch-free poll and deal decisively with any form of activities capable of disrupting the governorship election in Anambra State, scheduled for tomorrow, that is 8 November this month. Inspector General of Police Kayode Egbetokun disclosed this after carrying out a symbolic sword turning for the construction of a conference hall at the police command in Lagos. Musa Toliat reports.
The arrival of the 22nd Inspector General of Police, Kayode Egbetokun, at the Lagos State Police Command is honored with a quarter guard. Thereafter, he proceeded to the site to signal the commencement of construction project of a 200-capacity conference center to be named after him.
It's going to be a multi-layer block that will serve as a conference center and will serve other purposes in the command.
Done with the event, IGP Egbetokun sheds light on police readiness for the November 8th governorship election in Anambra State. He also speaks on new initiatives aimed at strengthening security architecture to defeat banditry and various organized crime across the country.
We are fully prepared to provide security for the election in Anambra. We have completed our deployment. 2 DIGs are already on ground, supervising all the security agencies deployed for this election. Voters in Anambra should come out to cast their vote. A level playing ground is going to be provided for all the candidates. The Nigerian police does not have a candidate in this election. Our commitment and our loyalty is to the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. For us to secure this country, we must all come together. We must all believe in ourselves. And we must shun fake news. Enough of falsehood. When people spread falsehood against security institutions that are providing security, they are weakening the resolve of the nation.
The IGP reassured Nigerians that police formations and commands have been directed to put in place adequate security measures to keep Nigerians safe during and beyond the Yuletide season. In Lagos, Musa Toliat, NTA News.
You're watching the news at 11 on NTA News24. We now take a short break. We'll be right back.
Sale of the year is here. This festive season, enjoy extra savings on luxury and comfortable sofa sets, modern and functional dining sets, sophisticated and smart bed sets, and our royal collections. Classy, premium, and truly exclusive. Shop 10 million naira and receive a complimentary Daisy tea set. Spend 15 million and take home a 65-inch smart TV. Go higher at 20 million and experience unmatched comfort with our exclusive massage chair. Visit our showrooms in Abuja, Lagos, Kano, and Enugu, or shop online. It's big, it's bold, it's unforgettable. It's Baffy Furniture's legendary final sale of the year.
Feel the power of precision, engineered to perfection. Every component is crafted with care, and each design is meticulously tested. From concept to creation, our engineers push the boundaries of technology, seamlessly blending performance and sustainability with a deep commitment to African ingenuity. Introducing the CNG Boss, a remarkable achievement in engineering designed to operate on compressed natural gas, a cleaner and more sustainable fuel alternative. At Innocent Vehicles, we proudly lead the way in creating greener mobility across Africa. And it doesn't stop there. From SUVs to sedans, spacious buses to electric cars, Innocent offers a wide range of models designed to meet every need. Innocent Vehicle, the pride of African roads.
This is NTA News24.
Thank you for staying tuned. Conversations are in top gear to develop the national livestock digital public infrastructure to accelerate ease of doing livestock-related businesses. This dominated discussion when the Minister of Livestock Development, Idi Mokhtar Mehiha, received in audience the Executive Secretary of National Agricultural Development Fund, Mohammed Ibrahim, at the ministry's headquarters. Part of the deliberations is to digitize some critical infrastructure within the livestock value chain, including the 812 cattle markets in the country, and to connect them with the local, regional, and international markets.
So that our customers, both local, regional, and international, will know who we are. It will give you a landscape of the Nigerian livestock sector, what we are doing, who are the major actors, what are the guides, what are the compliance requirements.
Looking at public digital infrastructure for the ministry so that it showcases the ministry outwardly, a public digital infrastructure that would have everything that the ministry entails to do. We feel this is a very good first step. We feel digitization within the agricultural sector is critical.
The National Agricultural Development Fund was established in 2022 to revolutionize agricultural financing and practices with the primary goal of ensuring food security and sustainable development. As part of efforts to promote leadership development, youth empowerment, and spiritual rebirth, Dominion City says it is set to host its 2025 convention tagged Raising Leaders, Transforming Society. Dennis Temple reports that the convention, was also known as the Night of Glory Crusade, will attract participants from across Nigeria and beyond. Preparations are set to be in top gear for the 2025 Dominion City Convention, a global gathering that has over the years focused on raising men and women of influence committed to national transformation. Organizers say this edition will place special emphasis on value-driven leadership, skill acquisition, and faith-based nation building, equipping participants to become agents of positive change in society.
The change we are looking for in this our nation, and this is one of our core competence, what we've been doing for many years. All right, so that's going to happen, on Saturday morning, and even the rest of the program. There's going to be sketches of capacity building programs on all dimensions of human life.
With over 1,200 chapters worldwide, the convention is scheduled to be held on the 5th of December 2025 and will host thousands of delegates both on site and online.
For these events in September, since August, and God that answers prayers has you in his book and has a plan for you.
Life-changing event, and I will come in from the level of arrangements that have been made. There will be free transportation from every part of Abuja and suburbs, satellite towns, adjoining towns, all the way Nasarawa, Suleja, all the way to adjoining cities and settlements around from wherever you are.
The event is expected to be streamed globally with participants from across Africa, Europe, and North America. And now members of the Rotary Club in Abuja have pledged to continue to work towards the achievement of the Sustainable Development Goals, particularly those related to health and well-being. Rotary Foundation Chairman and past Rotary International President Hoga Nak affirmed this when he led a team of Rotarians to Gwarimpa village in Abuja as part of Rotary's Family Health Initiative. Olayin Kaujo completes the story.
Despite Sustainable Development Goal 3's aim, which is to ensure healthy lives and promote well-being for all, residents of Gwarimpa village, a community of over 15,000 people, continue to face significant health challenges, including maternal and child mortality, malaria, and other tropical diseases.
The sickness that affect our children, malaria, typhus.
To support the government's push for universal health coverage, Rotary Club members organize a health outreach program in the community, offering free health screenings, education, and medical supplies to underserved residents. The initiative is aimed at addressing health disparities, promote wellness, and provide vaccination against diseases like polio and measles.
Teams are going from community to community to fight malaria, diarrhea, and pneumonia, the three top killers of children. So we are fighting maternal and child death while delivering.
For the district head of Gwarimpa village, Umaru Bayero, lack of funding and access to primary health care have always been a challenge, even with provision of primary health care center in the community.
The Rotary Club has also done enough, so much to that primary health care to see they have upgraded from where they used to be to this time. And to tell now that whatever the challenges we were facing before, it has reduced drastically.
So seriously, I'm very, very happy. As you can see, I have drugs here that they gave me, even though the drugs is not complete, but at least I know with this, it will help me.
The initiative exemplifies Rotary's commitment to enhancing health outcomes and provide essential services to those in need, making a significant difference in the lives of many families across Nigeria and the globe. Olayinka Ojo, NTA News.
The Union of Concerned Academics has expressed concern over operations of a university in Niger Republic, which has been purportedly seeking certificate recognition and academic evaluation through official channels in Nigeria. The group calls on the Ministry of Education to urgently look into the matter.
We believe that such findings, if left unexamined, would erode public trust in the process in which Nigeria evaluates and recognizes foreign academic qualifications. According to the Union, respectfully calls our Honorable Minister for Education, number one, to order an immediate physical inspection and verification of the Université Internationale Anahada by the ministry's Accreditation and Education Department to ascertain the true condition and authenticity of its academic operations.
And in other news, the Ottawa People's Assembly, OPA, is expressing concern over what it describes as the destructive behavior of some political elites, warning that such actions pose a serious threat to the stability of Nigeria's democratic process. In a statement issued by its chairman, Richard Olantunji Kayode, the group says it was compelled to speak out due to what it termed a growing pattern of political interference and destabilization. Kayode says some politicians had engaged in a series of troubling maneuvers that threatened the general peace being enjoyed in various parts of the country. The group calls for restraints and dialogue to settle all differences. And this is the news at 11 on NTA News 24. Here is a recap of our top stories. President Bola Tinubu receives Sultan of Sokoto, Alhaji Sa'ad Abubakar. Federal High Court fixes 28th November 2025 to deliver verdict in terrorism case against IPOB leader Nnamdi Kanu. And the Inspector General of Police assures Nigerians that a strategic plan is in place for hitch-free Anambra governorship election.
This is NTA News24.
Yes, that's right. And that concludes the news at this time. Thank you so much for watching. I am Ogochkuka. Ona.